Hi, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I'm your host, Quinita, and you're on Quinita Network. Okay, so today we're going to talk about social media. Um, your personal business, your personal relationship being on social media. Like, how far, unless you're a famous person, okay, some stuff is just going to be there. But, like, if you're just a person that's not famous, like you putting your personal relationship or personal business, family business or whatever on social media, like, um, how far do you guys go with that? Me personally, only go but so far with sharing my business on social media. You might see me post a picture here and there of me, but you will not see me post every little thing that I'm doing. I'm eating or everywhere that I'm going or just every little thing. So that's different. Everybody's different. Some people post more than others. Some people never get on social media. Some people don't even have a social media page, and that's fine. Me personally, I think that's fine. If you want to live your life private and never share anything on social media, you're not have to, you know. And sometimes, there's good to not even sharing a lot, keeping your personal family business or anything to yourself. But I only go but so far with sharing my personal business on the internet, social media, because yes, I do have a private side to me. All right. So I've always been like that. I don't feel pressured like I have to jump on the internet every day and share everything that I'm doing from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I share what I want to share. I share what I feel like sharing. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. To each his own. Everybody's different, like I said. But I've seen a lot, like, scrolling down on my Facebook page, scrolling down on my news feed, because I only really have Facebook and Instagram. I used to have Twitter, but I didn't really have much that I wanted to tweet about, you know? Nothing against Twitter. I like Twitter, but I just can't keep up with so many social media pages. My Facebook page, my personal page, really don't have a lot of friends on there. It's just really for friends and some family. Most of the people that personally know me, just not a lot of friends there. I might have like a business page here and there that's strictly for business on Facebook. I do have an Instagram page, which, I don't really post a lot on there. So those are the social media pages that I'm on. But yeah, scrolling down my news feed a lot of times on Facebook, yeah, I see where things could get messy on Facebook, not just Facebook, social media, period. But yeah, I see, and I'm not judging. I just look like, wow, I see where some things can be a good thing to post on social media. I see some things go left. I see some things just get totally out of hand. So yeah, posting guys on social media, you gotta be able to be aware and understand, the good and bad that it comes with that. Um, there are people that will, slander your name, that will put rumors out there about you. Or this is nothing new, but I can see how it can go. It could get really ugly, get really bad. I've seen so many of stuff on my newsfeed that people be posting, and it's entertaining to them, but some things that are entertaining to them might not be that entertaining to me. So yeah. So like I said, sometimes it's a little bit too much for me personally. Um, I don't feel like if you know what you're doing in your life and you know who you are, you don't really have to really prove that to anybody. Sometimes just let people think what they want to think. Whether you're doing good or bad in life, we all know people are going to think what they want to think. They're going to judge you, they're going to criticize you, they're going to act like they know your life and act like they know people in it. But that's just what has been going on forever on social media. But yeah, like the messiness, like sometimes I don't understand, like some things I've seen on Facebook, for an example of family members get on social media and they are putting their drama and their personal business on social media. Like when you have their phone number. I mean, I don't know. It just gets messy. I've seen some situations like, wow, y'all really had to put that on social media. And then they're just airing each other's dirt out or rumors or whatever, just saying whatever to make somebody else look bad. I personally think that ain't cool, but sometimes that's the way people handle their disagreements. Sometimes that's the way people handle their drama. There is therapy for that, guys. Yeah, therapy. They're not supposed to share your information when you go enroll in therapy. They're not supposed to. They can get in trouble for that. But like I said, some people's therapy is social media, I guess. So I just can't get with all that. Like I said, if you got my contact information and you think you're gonna like slander me and trash me and you know me personally on social media, nah, that's one thing that will kind of upset me. But I don't know. Sometimes people don't have a conscience. Sometimes people don't think. They just react or they just get there and they just say and do whatever just to make another person feel bad or look bad. I'm not gonna say feel bad because you have control over your feelings and your thoughts, but sometimes people's agenda is to get there on there and paint a bad picture and make you look bad. So, guys, what do you think? Like, how far do you guys go on social media when it comes to posting your personal business, family, friends, or whatever, your relationship? I feel like in relationships too, like it could get really messy. People being friends and have mutual friends in common on their Facebook page or their social medias, Instagram or whatever. And when you post something, I've seen people post stuff that was supposed to be nobody knew about or a secret or whatever. But yeah, some people get messy and they will expose you, whether it's the truth or not. I don't know, but I do have a limit and I'm sticking to that. No way. Some of that is too much for me, but hey, it's entertaining. I just don't I got enough going on. Don't need nobody's extra drama. But yeah, I just feel like that's another thing like people should, think about before they actually, get on there with the drama, getting on there with the rumors or whoever you have your disagreements with. Um, just think about those things before you actually start just quick to post or say something about somebody, especially if it's just a rumor, something you don't even know is true or not. Well, that's our rumors. I've seen people post rumors and stuff that you could say and put out there that you can't take back. So yeah. Um, but anyway, so like, do you guys, feel like social media is an outlet? Because some people actually feel like it's an outlet for them and they channel their whatever their energy or their thoughts there. Me personally, I try to channel my outlet somewhere else, but I am enjoying, you know, talking on my podcast on Cornita Network, which is a fairly new podcast. I'm actually enjoying my mic. I really love this mic that I bought for this podcast. Um, yeah, it's a great quality mic. So I've been having some fun with that. So yeah, um, on this podcast on Cornita Network, try to stay positive, encourage each other, and you know, no bashing, I'm no drama on here. Like I said, no judgment, just people sharing their thoughts, experiences. Feel comfortable with what you want to share, no pressure or whatever. So yeah, you guys follow and subscribe to my page. Let me know your thoughts and comments on like sharing your personal business on social media. How much is too much to share? Um, when it comes to conversations, videos, photos, or whatever it is you guys like to share on a daily basis. Or, like I said, it's each to each his own, you know. It's not a rule or a law that you can only share with so much or post with so much. But it's great to hear other people's thoughts. It's great to hear other people's experience and comments. So that's another reason why I started this podcast. And also, this podcast is gonna have different episodes about different things, um, really for the women, mainly for the women, and anybody that is going through something, needing any kind of help or words of encouragement, or you know, resources or whatever, you guys are more than welcome to reach out to me, Cornita. I'm your host. I do what I can to help. Can't make no promises, but just do what I can to help it, even if it's just words of encouragement. We all can use that every day. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this podcast, guys. Um, Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and God bless. Let me know in your comments what you think about um how much is too much to share on social media. All right. Peace out.